Hey doggos, another event. Also ignore how my face is shiny like the face of heaven right now. The sky is shining its brilliance up onto my face to boost my IQ for this event. I honestly thought these were gonna be like some new type of enemy that's like just for a certain event we're gonna fight. Turns out it's a toy making thing. Bit of a shame, but it's fine. We'll become Fontaine's greatest toy maker. You know, competing with Child, Snezhnaya's greatest toy maker. Core of the Apparatus, a toy merchant from Fontaine, created a device that can create toys and furnishings as long as the right materials are inserted into it. Help him gather the materials with which to make some test products. Traveler, Paimon, you're right on cue. Right on cue for what? For a commission that's suited for you. I was just about to reach out to you. A commission that's suited for us. Don't tell Paimon you want us to look for things or drive off hilly trails or to pick up some garbage on the rooftop, or to fetch some suspicious looking goods. The requester is a toy merchant from Fontaine. His name is Bertrand. He came to sell toys in Inazuma and is currently looking for an assistant to help him with toy making. He's a businessman after all. That explains why he promised some very generous rewards when he put up the request at the Adventurers Guild. But he somehow can't leave Rito at the moment. Please go and ask him about the details of the commission.
A few moments later.
Fontaine clothing? Yeah. Boy, you and that. He's literally dressed identical to Kirisu from the International Trade Association. Now I have everything ready. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a French accent. I'll sell each of the toys for 1,000 mora. Then with tens of thousands of them sold, I can easily earn tens of millions. Hello, are you Bertrand? Ah, yes, I am. Are you two the buyers who caught wind of my business? Hold your horses, we're not here to buy your toys. Oh, you aren't toy buyers. So if you've got something to say, tell me quick, don't waste my time. Ah, madamoiselle. So you're the assistant sent by the Adventurers Guild. Welcome, you could have told me earlier. Godin, I think I've heard of this name somewhere. Were you once a wanted criminal too? Okay, that's all you know about us. You know, we're not the renowned protector of Liyue, not the savior of Mondstadt. We're past the criminal phase, bro. I wanted criminal too. Haha, that's a long story. I was once arrested by the Tenryu Commission due to a small accident. It was not a big deal. I just missed something when I made that last batch of toys, and it was a really small mistake. Those toys would explode if you triggered something inside them, that's all. Oh fuck, you learned to make toys from amber? Explode? It's really no biggie, no one got hurt. But the Doshin from the Tenryu Commission still confiscated my toys without a second thought. The way I see it, those toys could still be sold as lovely looking bombs. When I first arrived, I borrowed some mora from the International Trade Association to start my business. And who'd have thought that I would end up being confined in Rito, not allowed to enter the other areas of Inazuma. Now I can clear my debt once I'm done. I'm able to produce toys again and get them sold. Then I can give you the rich rewards as promised. Is this really gonna work? Have some confidence in the Inazuma's toy market. My toys are very popular before people realized that they could explode. And you know what? They actually even got more popular after that. Do Inazumans have a death wish, dog? Well, all my toys are produced by this machine that I built. It's called one of a kind, never failing, engineering grade, second generation furnace powered machine. Speaking of my one of a kind, never failing, engineering grade, second generation furnace powered. What a tongue twister. Wait a sec, this name is too short. It doesn't sound impressive at all. Sometimes the shorter it is, the easiest to remember. Anyways, my great machine can automatically analyze the materials added to it, and then choose the most appropriate method to assemble them. But last time I added some strange mechanics that caused the toys to explode, so this time I reflected on my mistake and rebuilt the machine. Theoretically speaking, it should be fine. In all, the collection process involves 3 steps: source material collection, elemental charge, and core activation. We need to collect these things like ores, fruits, and flowers as base materials. Next, we infuse the materials with elemental energy to allow the process to move forward. And finally, we powered the materials with energy drawn from the cores of the elemental life forms. Today, let's try the first step, source material collection. Here, let's take this material collector. Remember to directly put anything you collect into the collector, lest it be contaminated by other elements. Leave it to me. Okay, what does it look like? It could look like a little bottle. The material collector, a collection device created by Bertrand, a manufacturer of machines. It can subsequently collect materials required for creating other products. When hooked up to the great machine, it will pour the source of materials into the latter and start the process of creating robotic furnishings. Wow. If we're gonna help him find ore, we're gonna find some, like, good quality ones. Speaking of which, it's right here. I forgot.
A few moments later.
Bertrand connects the collector to the great machine. Will the machine go chug 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 and spill out toys with crackle and boom? That is totally impossible. What are you thinking? This is only the first step of the 3 processes, but we're far from getting the whole thing done. Then, Bertrand, what do we do next? Should we move on to the following processes? No worries. Since I've recently adjusted the machine, this particular process hasn't been tested yet. I need to check if it works well with materials. This requires some time. Please come back later.
Day 2.
Hey, Bertrand. Again. My one and only great machine has finished processing the materials you collected. And how did that go? Well, come on now. This is a machine that I created. Of course, there will be no issues at all. My techniques were, after all, forged in fires of Fontaine. For safety's sake, let me just ask you first. Of the 3 processes, the one we have completed is source material collection. Now then, is next step core correction or charge collection? I need charge. Well, it would seem so, but in truth, the answer isn't charge collection, but rather elemental charge. Don't expect me to give you 2 wrong options, eh?
Shut the fuck up!
Well, all know the elemental charge is essentially performed by being affected by elements while carrying the material collector. For example, I could stand in a river while carrying the collector to collect hydro. And if I wanted electro, you need to be struck by lightning? Well, you know, you are adventurers. Yes, indeed, I believe I shall leave this to you. Or, you know, I just burn myself.
Let's light it up! Ow! Where did that come from?
Does that not count? You need me to go all the way back to Cape Oath? What in the world? Why? I could have just burned myself and would have done the same thing. You know, instead of that, just there's a body of ginormous water right down here. Why so extra? This could all be done with me not leaving Rito, you know. This is so extra. And then now I go back to Inazuma after making a whole round trip. And it's so random and unnecessary though. Y'all don't think so? Oh my god, this is so dangerous. This is so dangerous. So nerve-wracking. Like, I literally have all the elements he needed right in my party. How are things going with the material collector? Operations are smooth, I trust. It's quite so. Well, whatever the case, pass me the material collector. Just as before, the trial production will run will require some observation, especially with regard to the use of elemental energy. We will most likely be able to proceed only after elemental reactions within the great machine stabilize. Well, I'll be counting on you once that happens.
Day 3.
Hi, French guy, again. Phew! Wow, that was close. So close. Yes, very, very close indeed. Bertrand, are you alright? You're sweating all over. You look like you might collapse at any moment. I look like I might collapse, eh? Nay, I've already done so, yes indeed. What's going on? Did the elemental reactions fail? Almost. But thanks to some emergency adjustments performed triple quick time by yours truly, the process stabilized. The elements are beginning to slowly fuse with the source materials we collected as we speak. Alright then, this is the final step known as core activation. Then I can keep making them. Then I can pay off my debt, earn a good sum, and live out the rest of my days in Inazuma in peace. No going back to Fontaine? Fontaine. Ah, Fontaine. Building Paimon. You have never been to Fontaine, I suppose. If you had, you would know. Ooh. Fontaine got some conflict going on there, huh? For some people, it's almost as convenient a place. It is the most convenient place to live, but for others, it's not but a place of grief and disappointment. The energy system there is very special, and no one knows how long it can be sustained. Thus, we must find alternative energy solutions before it all comes crashing down. Change is even harder than we can imagine. The result of all this being that I must now research alternative energy, alone and away from Fontaine. The Great Machine, too, is a product of that research, which is why it remains somewhat unstable and the risk of exploding is not handled with the utmost care. But someday I'll find a good energy solution. And then I shall return to Fontaine. So there's more to this than just building toys then. Well, let's not talk about such things now. On to our final process. My standard of living in Inazuma before I can return to Fontaine depends on you, Gold Demon. Okay, I need to defeat 3 slimes. I don't remember where the slimes are on the map.
Busted.
Spectre.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
This thing better make some good goddamn toys if it wants me to kill specters of all things.
Torn to oblivion.
A hypostasis? This is a very randomly demanding piece of collection equipment. Oh, I made the fat one.
The next day.
Redeem 4, okay. That can be randomly produced. A golden one. Okay, I need 2 of these golden ones then. This one definitely looks better compared to this one. I can't believe they even managed to squish in RNG for this event. Right, the 360. This one.
The end.